Hello everyone and welcome back to her channel. Anthea here. If you are new, welcome to her little corner of the internet, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Please feel free to like and subscribe to her channel for new videos every week. And if you would like to become a patron, you will find a link to her Patreon page in the description box below. This will give you early access to videos, Patreon-only live Q&A sessions, and more. But let's get started with today's topic. You will be watered. Being bipolar and dealing with that within an MS context. Now, just a very quick disclaimer. She wants to emphasize that being in a master-slave relationship or any BDSM relationship is not a substitute for seeking professional help. Please, if you have a mental disorder, go see your doctor. Get on medications if you need to. Find a therapist. An owner will not fix your problems, but they may be able to help you through some of the rougher spots. What is bipolar disorder? The National Institute for Mental Health defines bipolar disorder as, quote, a mental disorder that causes unusual shifts in mood, energy, activity levels, concentration, and the ability to carry out day-to-day tasks, end quote. For this girl, her bipolar disorder frequently manifests with insomnia, anxiety, fluctuations of very high energy, the desire to do all the things right now, and then a few days later being completely and utterly exhausted, feeling worthless, stupid, hopeless, with no motivation to do anything at all. For her, the depression tends to override the manic episodes, although she can sometimes have what's known as mixed episodes, where she has no motivation to do anything, but will feel very wound up like a tight spring that's waiting to be let go. You will be watered is a phrase that Master often uses when she's making sure her property is medically taken care of. This is a quote from a parody Gorean story called Houseplants of Gor. The story itself is humorous. It basically makes fun of the writing style of John Norman in the Gorean books. You will find a link to this story in the description box below. In reality, however, all this simply means is that despite what this girl may want at the time, Master will make sure that her property is taken care of, mentally and physically. It could be used as a phrase for when this girl is fighting wanting to take her medications or go to therapy. It could be used for when this Kajira is feeling under the weather and not wanting to stop and rest. Because sometimes when she's sick, she also hits a manic episode, so she still wants to do everything, even though she needs to stop and not do anything at all. When her anxiety is up and her brain weasels are running around like mad. For this girl, the act of being watered means that she knows Master will always take care of her, even if her mental illness is screaming at her that there is no point to it all. It shows that Master cares for and wants what's best for her girl. Living with bipolar disorder is like being on an emotional roller coaster. It's not just feeling really, really happy and upbeat one minute and then really, really sad the next. It has the pitfalls of anxiety, insomnia. This girl's used the term brain weasels, and all this stands for is intrusive and repetitive thoughts that are self-depreciating, self-loathing, full of doubt, sometimes to the point of suicidal thoughts and feelings. And because of that, Master has to make sure that this girl is well maintained and does her very best to work with her girl to fight these negative emotions and influences that come with living with bipolar disorder. We do this in several ways. We have a protocol that when this girl takes her medication, she sends Master a text to let her know they've been taken, and it must be done by a certain time. When this girl is exhausted from lack of sleep due to the insomnia, Master will make sure that this girl goes and lays down and rests, maybe even taking a total day to herself to just crash because the exhaustion has finally hit, because she hasn't been able to sleep for 2 to 3 days. When she's in a manic mood, Master has made a chart of things this girl can do, and we have called this productive mania. These are things that can range from doing self-care by taking the time to indulge in a hobby, to doing minor household chores, to exercise. Master has this chart separated into sections to proactively address her brain weasels. The ones that tell her, oh, doing, vacuuming the living room will make too much noise, or Master is asleep right now and this girl doesn't want to disturb her, to I don't have the spoons to do X activity. But there's a whole range of other things that this girl can do if, say, she's having a low spoon day. Having these things to do helps keep her from indulging in wanting to buy all the things. This is a symptom that many people with bipolar disorder struggle with: impulse buying, spending too much money. If it gets really bad, such as this girl feels suicidal or being stuck in such a deep depressive mode that it doesn't lift for 2 weeks, Master will, and has, advised this girl to go to the mental hospital. It's happened twice in our relationship. Living with bipolar disorder in an MS relationship gives this girl the structure and the support she needs to function, even if that functionality isn't starts and stops. She knows that Master will always be there to take care of her, and even though she's had a bad day or a bad week, or even several bad months, it doesn't make her any less valued or wanted or capable as a slave. So, she hopes you found this video entertaining and educational. If you water your slave, leave a comment down below telling how you do that. If you are a slave that gets watered, how does that show up in your relationship? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe or become a patron. See y'all next week. Bye.